Welcome to Soul Reconnection. Welcome to Soul Reconnection and welcome to my Aries family. I'm hoping you're well. We're going to be digging into what is this full moon in Sagittarius energy going to be like for you. I wanted to do a meditation on all of the zodiac. Sorry, I don't know what's happened to my screen here. There we go. I wanted to do a meditation earlier because I like to kind of look at all the zodiac energies and relate it to my own personal chart. So I like to know what's happening with um, every single zodiac sign, and I encourage you to do the same. So if you can look through all of the signs and see where that correlates in your own natal chart, you'll definitely get some understanding of what's going on in those areas. Let's kind of get into your reading. As I do all the time, I'm picking 3 cards for each zodiac at the moment, and then I kind of break down what's going on. So the first going on astrologically. So you Aries, your this full moon is going to be hitting you in your 9th house. So this is Sagittarius's home. Um, so um, this the 9th house is all about your ethical values, your moral values. It's also the house of philosophy or higher knowledge, higher awareness, spirituality, also religion. So it can be bringing up some religious or spiritual type issues in your life particularly. And the 9th house is also about where we gain our impulses, as Sagittarius is a fire sign as well, so it's going to be bring quite a fiery energy to it. It's also to do with how we learn about different cultures as well. It's very Sagittarius has that very uh, diverse type energy, and this is where the whole long distance traveling comes up as well. So you could be doing some traveling in this season, or even some long distance or long term studying. Sagittarius deals with high knowledge, so it could be dealing with university or any type of long term kind of studying, and also developing your own personal view of yourself. It's about your own personal philosophy of life, and how you can express that into the world. So, just get into your cards, and the first card that came up for you was, the Courage of Love. I don't know if you can see this card right here. Um, it's basically got 2 people, and it's got like almost like a moon type energy. Or what's happening is that they're projecting this into this white thing here, and it almost looks like there's people around there. So there's almost like uh there's a collective view in the almost like the muddled picture, it looks like. Um and the title being Courage of Love, this kind of brings me into this kind of youthful type energy, when you're young, and your ability to just express your love, or express yourself, or your courage, it's more heightened at a state, and it's not there's not much things that would have come in your way to be able to have limit your expression. Is when we come to a certain age that there's certain things that start the world's perception of ourselves starts to imprint on how we see everything else, and I think that's what's coming up in that picture there. um but I'm also kind of seeing like, yeah, so like around here is almost like suffering, and like you can almost like pinpoint and almost like tunnel vision to what you want to see. um and that's almost like a Sagittarian trait in itself, because Sagittarius is all about having that optimistic type of energy, very upbeat, very woo, let's go on an adventure, let's go and have some fun. That's a very Sagittarian energy. So it's almost what I'm feeling is, learn to come into a place of tunnel vision. Even though there could be a lot of madness going on around you, come into a place where you can actually value what actually is there, or learn to um, you know um, see the different sides or the different perceptions of things. Not everything is always bad. There's always something good that you can take out of something bad. So it's about learning how to kind of expand your mind a bit more, and also allow yourself to go through the experience. Like, everything happens for a reason, and I feel like right now in this season there's a lot that's taking place, and it's bringing up, you're growing, and as you're growing it's going to bring up pain, almost like I'm hearing growing pains, but you have to allow yourself to go through this. And what I'm hearing is your heart from the effects of the mind, because the mind can literally create this crazy, picture that literally takes us deeper and deeper into darker places that we don't really need to do. But the greatest initiation is being able to overcome the battle of the mind, where the mind can just go wild and just, take us into these unknown places that we don't know how we're going to get back out of. So, you know, this experience is going to bring you into a greater power of yourself, where you can actually harness the power of your mind. And what I'm hearing is allow your love to be, like, don't put so much blockages over your heart. I'm hearing trust, like trust issues. Just allow. I know that there's certain level, or experience life the way that you know that you can experience. So, begin to free yourself from this suffering, that's inner mental suffering that's going on right here, and just allow yourself. What I'm seeing is that this is your higher self is almost trying to call you, and like, get you to a place and see the world from a different perspective. That's what I'm kind of hearing from you, from this energy right now. And the second card that came up is called Sacred Convergence. And this card is quite interesting because this is all to do with like a merging or integration that's taking place, like um, almost like soul alignments, and this can be on a personal level, or on an interpersonal level as well. So I feel like there's a lot of people that are going to be attracted to you. You're going to see people and be like, oh, I recognize your soul. And it's almost like this energy is coming together for a common purpose, a common mission. And, especially as we're moving closer to 2020, you're going to start to have the necessary people like drawn towards you. But what I'm hearing, this pause, I don't know what's going on here. What I'm hearing is that you need to come into a place where you have a deep love for your own self-belief and um, your own what you can actually achieve. Like, actually really see that you can, you know, like Sagittarius is like that high achiever. So see yourself that you're able to actually achieve anything that you want to achieve. But in able to do this, there's a shedding that has to take place. You have to be able to shed, and let go of fears, or especially of relationships that are based in fear or judgment. This is not help you to grow. So everything that you need to be able to drop off for you to come into this space that we're moving into now, this is what you're going to have to do. Begin to drop your defenses that you've placed over your heart as well. That's a thing that's coming up quite strong. And what I'm hearing is like, Spirit's just saying for you to just be free. All that's being expected of you is just to almost like this integration is not as hard as you think. Like, just dance, just sing, just do what you naturally do, and you'll find that this integration will begin to take place within you, and you'll begin to connect more to that higher, whether you call it higher self, higher wisdom, most high, whatever you want to call it. You'll be able to draw a lot more wisdom from that space in itself. there's somewhere that you're meant to be, and that place is right here and right now. So come into a place where you can actually ground yourself into the present moment, kind of integration that's taking place. And yeah, sorry. Um, the last card that came up is Whirling Goddess. And again, this one is bringing connections back to the mind, because um, the whirling goddess is almost like the whirling mind that allows itself to just go off and do whatever it wants to do. It can be that chaotic mind. It can be that creative mind. That expressive feminine energy, but sometimes that can be quite self-sabotaging at the same time. So just learn to bring your mind in balance. Allow, don't allow yourself to go too deep into places that you don't need to be, but like learn to channel that energy into places that will be best beneficial for you. So that's kind of what I'm picking up for your message, Aries. I'm hoping that this resonates with you. And if you need a more in-depth message, again, you can message me on my website, which is www.soul-reconnection.com. And yes, we'll see you later.